Yo, what is up everybody? It's your boy Corey Kingston back at it again with another travel vlog. This time we're in one of the most vibrant, culturally rich cities on the planet. Mexico City, baby. The food, the history, the people, it's an experience unlike any other. We're hitting up the top 10 things to do, from ancient ruins to world-class museums. And of course, crazy good street food. No trip is complete without soaking up the electric nightlife. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell. Let's get this adventure started. First up on our Mexico City hit list is the historic center, the beating heart of this incredible city. And there's no better place to start than the Zocalo, the main square, and one of the largest in the world. It's buzzing with energy, street vendors, performers, and locals just living their lives. Right in the middle is the massive Mexican flag, billowing in the wind. This place has seen it all, revolutions, celebrations, protests, you name it. And speaking of history, you can't miss the Metropolitan Cathedral right next to the Zocalo. This whole area is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and for good reason. Now listen up because this is important. Getting lost in the maze of streets surrounding the Zocalo is an absolute must. Trust me, you'll stumble upon hidden gems, charming cafes, and street art that'll blow your mind. Every corner you turn is like a postcard waiting to happen. We're talking colorful buildings with intricate details, balconies overflowing with flowers, and street vendors selling everything from delicious snacks to handcrafted souvenirs. The energy is electric with the sounds of music, laughter, and the city buzzing around you. And speaking of food, you gotta try the street tacos. I'm talking al pastor, carnitas, you name it. The smells alone are enough to make your mouth water. Don't be afraid to get adventurous and try something new. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. The historic center is a feast for the senses, and it's just a glimpse into the magic that Mexico City has to offer. Alright guys, buckle up because we're about to dive headfirst into the world of one of Mexico's most iconic artists, Frida Kahlo. And where better to do that than at her former home, the Frida Kahlo Museum, also known as the Blue House? Located in the charming neighborhood of Coyoacán, this vibrant blue house is like stepping straight into Frida's heart and soul. You can feel her presence in every room, from the vibrant colors to the eclectic decor. It's like she just stepped out for a minute and will be back any second. Walking through her studio, you can almost picture her there, paintbrush in hand, capturing her pain, passions, and unique perspective on canvas. The way she transformed her struggles into art is incredibly powerful and inspiring. You can't help but be moved by her story. And let me tell you, the courtyard is an oasis of tranquility amidst the bustling city, lush greenery, vibrant flowers, and a sense of peace that just washes over you. You can easily spend hours here, soaking it all in. Now, inside the museum, you'll find a treasure trove of Frida's personal belongings. Her clothes, jewelry, and even her prosthetic leg, which she decorated and proudly displayed. It's a powerful testament to her resilience and her refusal to be defined by her physical limitations. You'll also find some of her most famous paintings, like the two Fridas and the Broken Column, which offer a glimpse into her complex inner world. Her use of bold colors, surreal imagery, and raw emotion is truly captivating. But it's not just about Frida's art, it's about understanding the woman behind the brushstrokes. The museum does a phenomenal job of showcasing her life, her loves, her struggles, and her political activism. A visit to the Frida Kahlo Museum is an unforgettable experience. It's a celebration of her life, her art, and her enduring legacy. You leave feeling inspired, empowered, and with a deeper appreciation for this extraordinary artist. Alright guys, picture this. You're cruising down a canal, sun's out, music's blasting, and you're surrounded by these vibrant, colorful boats called trajineras. This isn't some cheesy amusement park ride, this is Xochimilco, and it's the real deal. We're talking about a network of canals that date back to the Aztecs, man. Back when they were paddling around, transporting goods and whatnot. It's like stepping back in time, but with a whole lot more fun. So, you hop on these trajineras, and they're decked out. I'm talking full-on party mode. Each one's got its own vibe, its own name, usually after a woman, which I gotta say is pretty cool. You've got food vendors paddling up, offering you esquites, elotes, tacos, you name it. And the music, man, mariachi bands floating by, serenading you, competing with the boat next to you, blasting reggaeton. It's chaotic, it's vibrant, it's pure Mexico City. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Xochimilco can get a little crazy. It's not exactly the place for quiet contemplation, you know? It's a full-on sensory overload in the best way possible. You've got people singing, dancing, laughing, haggling over prices. It's like a giant party on the water, and everyone's invited. But even with all the craziness, there's something kind of magical about Xochimilco. Maybe it's the history, maybe it's the energy, maybe it's the tequila. Whatever it is, it just gets under your skin. It's a reminder that sometimes you just gotta let go, embrace the chaos, and have a good time. So yeah, Xochimilco, definitely add that to your list. Okay folks, buckle up because we're about to get historical. We're talking ancient civilizations, massive pyramids, mysteries that still baffle archaeologists today. I'm talking about Teotihuacán, one of the most incredible archaeological sites I've ever seen. And trust me, I've seen a few. This place is massive, like seriously huge. You've got the Pyramid of the Sun, the Pyramid of the Moon, the Avenue of the Dead. Names that just scream adventure, right? And the scale of these structures, it's just mind-blowing. You walk around these pyramids and you can't help but feel small, insignificant, like you're in the presence of something truly ancient and powerful. Now here's the thing about Teotihuacan, we don't actually know that much about it. Who built it? Why did they abandon it? It's all a big mystery, and that just adds to the intrigue, you know? It's like walking through a giant puzzle, trying to piece together the clues. Imagine what life was like thousands of years ago. But even if you're not a history buff, Teotihuacan is still an incredible experience. The energy of the place is palpable. You stand on top of that pyramid, looking out over the vast expanse, and you can't help but feel a sense of awe, of wonder. It's a reminder of the power of human ingenuity, of the mysteries that still lie hidden in our world. All right, let's be real. Exploring a city like Mexico City can be intense. Non-stop action, sights, sounds, smells, it's a lot to take in. So when you need a break from the hustle, a little slice of peace and quiet, there's one place you gotta go, Chapultepec Park. This place is massive, guys. I'm talking over 1,600 acres of green space right in the heart of the city. It's like Central Park, but on steroids. You've got lakes, forests, museums, even a zoo. It's the perfect place to escape the city noise, catch your breath, and recharge your batteries. Now, my personal favorite thing to do in Chapultepec Park is grab a hot dog from one of the street vendors. They're surprisingly good, and just wander around. People are out jogging, walking their dogs, having picnics. It's a nice reminder that even in a city as crazy as Mexico City, there's still a sense of community, of normalcy. And of course, you gotta check out Chapultepec Castle. It's perched up on a hill overlooking the park, offering some killer views of the city. It's got a long and fascinating history from Aztec emperors to Mexican presidents. It's a reminder that this city, this park, it's seen it all. So yeah, Chapultepec Park definitely worth a visit whether you're a history buff, a nature lover, or just need a break from the city grind. Alright, listen up you night owls and party people. After a long day of exploring, it's time to dive into the electric pulse of Mexico City after dark. And trust me, this city knows how to party. We're talking about Roma and Condesa, two neighborhoods bursting with cool. Roma is a visual feast, a mashup of old-world architecture and edgy street art. Imagine strolling down tree-lined avenues, vintage neon signs buzzing overhead. You might stumble across a hidden speakeasy marked only by a single red light, or find yourself drawn into a pulsing salsa club. And then there's Condesa. This neighborhood is all about that sophisticated, cosmopolitan vibe. Picture sleek rooftop bars overlooking the city lights, craft cocktail bars where mixologists shake up masterpieces, and intimate jazz clubs with that smoky, soulful atmosphere. You'll find yourself rubbing shoulders with artists, musicians, and the city's coolest cats. But here's the thing about Roma and Condesa. It's not just about the bars and clubs, it's the energy, the vibe, the feeling that anything could happen. You could spend hours just wandering the streets, soaking up the atmosphere, and stumbling across hidden gems. Now let's talk strategy. When it comes to experiencing Roma and Condesa nightlife, it's all about embracing the unexpected. Don't be afraid to ditch the itinerary and just wander. Let the music be your guide, follow the crowds and see where the night takes you. One thing you gotta do is hit up a few different spots. Start with a mezcal tasting at a trendy bar in Roma, then hop over to Condesa for live music and dancing. And don't forget about the food, man. Mexico City is a street food paradise, and after a few drinks, those late-night tacos or esquites will taste like pure magic. Look, I'm not saying you have to pull an all-nighter, but you gotta at least experience the city come alive after dark. It's a different side of Mexico City, one that's a little bit gritty, a little bit glamorous, and a whole lot of fun. So put on your dancing shoes, grab your friends, and get ready to experience the best nightlife Mexico City has to offer. Buckle up, we're diving into a sensory explosion. Deep into the heart of Mexican cuisine, Mercado de San Juan. Walk through a doorway and you're hit with sights, sounds, and smells. Vivid colors, pyramids of fresh fruits, vegetables you've never seen before, mountains of spices, the aroma of sizzling meat, fresh tortillas, and countless other things. It's chaotic, exhilarating, a full-on assault on your senses. This is where locals come, chefs, abuelas, everyone for the freshest ingredients. Vendors hawking wares, bargaining and sharing stories over atole, a glimpse into the heart of Mexican culture. Alright, let's talk food because that's what we're really here for, right? Mercado de San Juan is a playground for adventurous eaters. First up, you gotta try the tacos al pastor. Juicy marinated pork, shaved right off the spit, piled high on warm tortillas. And don't even get me started on the esquites. Grilled corn, creamy, cheesy, spicy sauce served in a cup. Try the chapulines, crispy fried grasshoppers. They're surprisingly delicious, like crunchy, nutty popcorn. And if you're feeling adventurous, go for the huitlacoche. Challenge your palate and discover the true flavors of Mexico. Craving a little culture and sophistication? Mexico City has got you covered. Behold the stunning Palacio de Bellas Artes, an architectural masterpiece blending Art Nouveau, Art Deco, and Mexican styles. Soaring white marble facades, intricate carvings, and a massive dome. Inside, grand staircases, stained glass windows, and murals by famous artists. It's a cultural hub for art and performances. World-class opera, ballet, and classical music concerts. Even if you're not into performing arts, the architecture and history are worth the visit. The Palacio de Bellas Artes is home to some serious masterpieces. Murals by Diego Rivera, David Alfaro Siqueiros, and José Clemente Orozco, some of the biggest names in Mexican muralism. These murals are massive, covering entire walls with bold colors, powerful imagery, and stories of Mexican history and culture. You'll see depictions of the Mexican Revolution, the struggles of the working class, and the country's indigenous heritage. It's art that moves you, art that stays with you long after you've left the building. But it's not just about the murals. The Palacio de Bellas Artes also houses a rotating collection of paintings, sculptures, and other works by Mexican and international artists. So you never know what treasures you might stumble upon. Look, I'm not gonna lie, wandering around a museum might not be everyone's cup of tea, but trust me, the Palacio de Bellas Artes is different. It's an experience, a journey through Mexican art and history that'll leave you inspired and awestruck. So ditch the selfie stick, put on your art critic hat, and get ready to have your mind blown. Alright guys, listen up. If you're looking for the real deal, the heart and soul of Mexican craftsmanship, you gotta hit up La Ciudadela Market. Trust me, this place is a labyrinth of vibrant colors, intoxicating smells, and the kind of energy that makes you feel like you've stepped into another world. We're talking about rows upon rows of stalls overflowing with handcrafted leather goods, pottery that'll make your grandma jealous, and textiles so intricate they'll blow your mind. And the best part? Haggling is not only expected, it's an art form. Don't be shy, channel your inner negotiator and walk away with a one-of-a-kind treasure. But be warned, you might just end up spending your entire life savings here. It's that good. Seriously, I'm talking about authentic handcrafted goods you won't find anywhere else. This isn't your typical tourist trap, people. This is the real deal, a place where tradition and passion collide. Now I know what you're thinking, Corey, I'm not really a shopper, but hear me out. Even if you're not in the market for souvenirs, La Ciudadela is an experience in itself. Just walking through the market is a sensory overload in the best possible way. The sights, the sounds, the smells, it's like stepping into a time capsule. You can literally feel the history and culture oozing out of every nook and cranny. And if you're feeling peckish, don't even get me started on the food stalls. We're talking about authentic Mexican street food that'll make your taste buds sing. From tacos al pastor to esquites, you'll find something to satisfy every craving. So do yourself a favor and add La Ciudadela Market to your Mexico City itinerary. Trust me, you won't regret it. Alright, history buffs, this one's for you. Brace yourselves because we're about to dive headfirst into the heart of Mexican heritage at the National Museum of Anthropology. And let me tell you, this place is next level. We're talking about a sprawling complex that houses one of the world's most impressive collections of pre-Columbian artifacts. From Aztec sunstones to Mayan carvings, this place is a treasure trove of ancient wonders. You could literally spend days here and still not see everything. Each room tells a story, each artifact a piece of a puzzle that paints a vivid picture of Mexico's rich and complex past. Trust me, even if you're not a history fanatic, the sheer scale and grandeur of this museum will leave you speechless. It's a humbling experience that'll make you realize just how much history we walk past every single day. Now I know museum visits can sometimes feel a bit like homework, but not this one. The National Museum of Anthropology does an incredible job of bringing history to life. We're talking about interactive exhibits, captivating displays, and enough information to satisfy even the most curious minds. You'll walk away with a newfound appreciation for the civilizations that came before us and the legacy they left behind. And hey, even if you're not in the mood for a deep dive into the past, the museum's architecture alone is worth the visit. It's a stunning example of modern Mexican design, with sleek lines, open spaces, and a massive courtyard that'll make you want to whip out your camera. So, whether you're a history enthusiast or just looking for a mind-blowing experience, make sure to add the National Museum of Anthropology to your list. Trust me, it's a game changer. And there you have it, folks. My top 10 picks for an unforgettable adventure in Mexico City. This city stole my heart, and I know it'll steal yours too. If you enjoyed this whirlwind tour, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your travel buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future adventures. And hey, if you're feeling extra generous and want to support this channel, every little bit helps. You can send a donation, even $1, through Cash App at $Corey2018. It helps me keep creating this content for you. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.